And like I said, I try not to pull any punches. I try to be as blunt as I can be. I know it's gonna rub some people the wrong way, but I say this: if one is in control of their phobias, one is no longer fearful but confident. This holds true for the atheist. If they can control God or deny His existence, they no longer fear Him.
But they have a horrible time trying to do that.
What you mean?
Trying to deny His existence, trying to control who He is and or what is seen about Him. But they have a tough time trying to do that. And so I don't know if it is on their perspective, and maybe you can help me with this, a matter of fear.
I think it's a matter of no fear. They don't have any fear of God because He doesn't exist. So if He doesn't exist, then there's no need to fear Him. So thus I can control who God is, and who God is someone who does not exist in my life. So therefore, if He doesn't exist, I have no need to fear Him.
Right.
And then you read scripture, I say, atheists have relegated God to a foolish, irrational idea for those who are primitive and simple-minded. And just look at scripture. Therefore, there is no fear of God before their eyes.
Yeah.
Because there's no fear of God, they can look down on people who do look at God and say, that's crazy. But if you had a fear of God, you wouldn't dare say that. you wouldn't dare say that. But if He doesn't exist, then I don't have to fear Him.
Right.
And so that's the point that I kind of segue into. And so, again, kind of just bringing it home. Like I said, just a fear that I think, because I listed a fear of purple, and that's not a fear that a lot of people have. But I say necrophobia. It's the fear of death. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who fear death. Why?
Yeah.
You're not in control of it.
Right.
You're not in control of it.
Yeah.
And so me and you, we parents. Like you said, ain't no doubting that we love the Lord.
Right.
But we not in control of our kids' life.
No.
My wife about to get a job. So what that means is we gonna have to trust somebody to watch our child.
Right.
Now we in control in the sense where we can choose who watches our child, but we not there.
Right.
We gonna have to trust that we made a wise decision. Now whoever's watching our child is gonna be responsible and gonna take care of her and love her. And it's like gonna be on your mind all day. Well, I wonder how my child is doing.
Well, I like what you get down in here because I wrote a note. I wrote a note and a little point, and I said that losing control creates internal fear, but that internal fear starts hitting different pockets of your being, and one of those beings is the emotional being of who you are. And now you say you talk about becoming vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you're open. And don't know what to expect, things are uncertain, but it creates a very high emotionalism in you now to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And people don't even like to be vulnerable. I hate being vulnerable, man, I got some crazy.
Go ahead.
I won't even discuss this on the podcast. I had to tell you this out off air. Man, I hate being vulnerable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate being at the mercy of certain things. But it's just how it is designed when we start thinking that control is ours.
Yeah.
Or that we can control something or someone or life, not to fear it.
You said it great. It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
It is an illusion. It is an illusion. So yes, you talk about the fear of death. And then you start transitioning to, man, as a result, I love what you say here, as a result, we respond in fear to that which is out of control. So you talk about many parents and stuff like that going into with their children, safety, which are not in control of their mood, what we're discussing in terms of vulnerability. But then here's what you said. You said, therefore, however, the Bible describes one who is in total control and absolute sovereign. Absolutely sovereign. Therefore, you are great, O Lord, sovereign God. For there is none like you, and there is no God besides you, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And that's in 2 Samuel 7:22. What are you saying? What are you when you putting that verse into it now? Where are you transitioning in this concept?
Like I said, we all got fears.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look at it from an evolutionary worldview, we won't make sense of the fears because, like I said, there's some fears that don't aid in our survival.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta debunk that worldview.
Right.
Okay, biblical worldview said what? Fear is a result of loss of control.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a good thing.
Right.
That's a good thing. So fear is a good thing in a sense where, like your nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
it's a good thing. It lets you know when you're in pain.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you may have a fear, it's good because it's a symptom of something else. What's the symptom of? You're not in control.
Mm-hmm.
So thus the logical question is, who is in control?
Mm.
That's the logical question. Who is in control?
And who would you
If
say is in
I'm
control?
not in control, who is in control?
So who would you say is in control?
The Lord.
The Lord.
The Lord is in
Right.
control, and just who is God? He is sovereign. That
Right.
means He is in control of every molecule, everything that goes on in human affairs.
Right.
Now, before I don't want to get too deep into this, just because God is sovereign, there's a difference between Him willing something to happen and allowing something
Mhm.
to happen. Because
Mhm.
I go into this.
Because
So
you go into it.
I go into it,
So
yeah.
here it is.
Yeah.
If God is in total control
Mhm.
and absolutely sovereign, why does He allow people to live in fear?